Shoulder stand is a fantastic pose specifically for the chest, shoulders, but also the neck and the throat as pertaining to the fifth chakra, the Vishuddhi chakra, the throat chakra. So it's a posture where we're actually coming into Jalandhara Bandha, where the neck is in flexion and we're sort of building energy, sealing it right here at this part of the body. Hence, it's a beneficial posture to practice in terms of building awareness and energy around the throat chakra. It's also a bit of a risky pose because our necks are so mobile and vulnerable. So, the neck moves in all directions. It's the most mobile part of your spine. So it's really important that if you're going to reverse weight and put weight on the cervical vertebra, on the neck, you need to be in really good alignment in order to do that safely. So the neck is coming into flexion, and in full shoulder stand, the arms are extended back behind you and rotating open. So for most people, we need a little bit of lift in order to support the neck coming into that neck flexion position. Very few people have the capability to bring their neck into 90 degrees, a total right angle of flexion, without pulling the curve out of their neck. The neck is lordotic, it moves inwards. So if you're forcing your neck to 90 degrees, and then you're basically putting your body weight on top of it, you're pushing the curve in the opposite direction. So instead of your neck, going in, maintaining that lordotic curve, it's being pushed the other way towards the floor. That's why the use of blankets is really important. Ideally, you want to have a teacher help you and actually look at your body in shoulder stand to determine how many blankets you need. But what I like to tell people is start with 3. Some people need less, especially if they're very warmed up and it's peak of summer where we're all in a lot more heat. Some people need more. So I'm going to demo some of the key aspects of getting into shoulder stand for you here so that you'll be able to see that my neck maintains its curve and I'm safely bearing weight on my shoulders and not putting the weight on my neck vertebra. So I've stacked 3 blankets. You need to be very neat and particular. I've made sure they're folded well, there's no rumples, and all of the frayed edges are together at this end. So I have a nice, neat line here where the blankets are stacked. My platform is level. Now I'm going to fold my mat partway over so that my elbows will stick when I come into the position. It's important as I lie back, as soon as the feet go overhead, you don't want to turn your head and neck because there is some weight coming onto the neck. So the head stays centered. Your feet need to hit the floor, or you can do this pushed near to a wall. The feet can hit the wall so that the feet get stable and you are able to bring your arms behind you and to stack up onto your shoulders. This is key. I see students skip that. You've got to anchor your feet in some way, a prop, a wall, the floor. Don't turn the head and get those arms scooped underneath you. Really, really important. So I'm going to lie back. My shoulders are going to be a little bit in front of the edge, an inch or so. If I start on the edge, I'm going to kick over and then I'm going to roll right off. So a little in front of the edge. As soon as I kick over, no turning the head and neck. So the arms down by the sides. Use your control, abs, and strength to kick over. Not turning the head. Right now I'm rounded and I'm not on my shoulders. So I'm going to interlace and get those shoulders tucked up under. Head stays centered. Hands go on the back. I like to use the skin. Elbows stay shoulders width apart. And then engaging a little control, up we go. Right now you'll see I'm piked. I'm not straight. My chest is not collapsed because I set my shoulders up correctly, but I'm not straight. The idea is to get lower over time and be able to move the legs away. Okay? So there's some weight on my shoulders, but not too much weight on my neck, and I'm not flattening my curve. Now over time, I would go lower and deeper
and continue to get straighter. I'm really rooting shoulders to elbows down. Okay, I'm going to come back out. If you have the capability, you can pike it down, feet to the ground, no turning the head and neck, and then you slowly control your descent. As soon as the hips get down, the feet can come down, and then you shimmy back until your shoulders come to the floor, and you bring your arms into a cactus position. You can keep your knees bent or straighten your legs out, and you spend a few breaths there. And then when it's time to come out, you come out. So that is the proper setup for a shoulder stand. The lift of the blankets gives more degrees of space for the neck. You get up onto the shoulders, and you're able to get into that open chest position. So as the chest opens, it comes into the chin, but we are not trying to jam the chin into the chest. That's going to pull the curve out of your neck. So try it with an experienced teacher if you're new to shoulder stand, or try it with at least 3 blankets, and be sure that you don't turn your head, you get your shoulders stacked up underneath you, and you monitor what you're feeling in terms of your neck and your breath and your alignment while you're in the shape. Namaste, yogis.